Let's talk. So, not only are your vices and addictions are hindering your growth, right? But the way you reacting and responding to situations is getting in the way. It's creating unnecessary obstacles. Somebody may do something to you, right? In most situations, it may is the best thing for you to do is remain neutral. So not only can you avoid a reaction you may have towards somebody and they use that towards you or against you, right? You can just take what they just did against them and use it to benefit yourself instead of having this thing where they can say, okay, you did this, right? And depending on who that person may be, what you just did is gonna be more impactful for how you about how they came off to you in the first place. So your response is going to hinder you more than how they came off to you. So sometimes when you're reacting to a situation, it causes more damage than what the situation initially had, what initially happened in the situation in the first place. But back to just understanding how vices, our addictions, our responses and reactions are causing unnecessary obstacles, right? These things tend to put us in situations where we have to make up for things that we're lacking in areas, right? If you know you got a drug test coming up, you know your drug test you, why don't you just stop smoking? You know what I'm saying? You know you got to pass a physical fitness test and stuff like that. Why don't you just work out on a daily, do a little things, right? If you know that whatever you're doing is going to hinder you in some type of way, you should just find some type of way to get rid of it, to cut it off. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times these things in our lives, right, are hindering us from the things that the Creator want to give us, the Creator want to bless us with. We are truly limitless. We are truly powerless, right? I mean, powerful. Excuse me. We are truly powerful, but we tend to put these other vices, these addictions in the way of these. We're supplementing for things that we could just have in the first place. You know, I went through my little process of my journey of having little things that I would use as vices, addictions, or whatever. And I wouldn't say addictions because they didn't go that far, but as vices, right? And I would put them in place of other things instead of getting the real thing. You know, when one day it clicked in my mind, hey, I want to feel like this all the time. You know, why can't I just feel like this all the time? Come to realize that I had the power to do that. I had the power to put myself in that mindset to say, okay, I can experience this all the time. I can feel like this all the time to a certain extent. You know, you're going to have days when you got to get up and you got to really mind your mind. You got to really mind your thoughts. You got to really tell yourself, hey, nah, this is not me. I'm thinking this way. This is not me. This isn't that. But when it comes to you getting rid of these addictions, these vices, and being conscious of the way you reacting and responding to situations, right? It's one step at a time. A lot of times we try to go all in and getting things started or getting rid of things, and we end up back at square one. Little increments, man. Little increments, little steps to get you where you're gonna go. If you wanna stop smoking, right? For instance, because I was just talking to one of my guys back in the States, and he was basically telling me, oh, he wanna stop. Or he gonna stop. He know he can stop. So I said, hey, how about you just make it to right now, you just smoke on the weekends. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's a good idea, right? So little things like that, putting it in your head, testing yourself, building your strength, building your confidence in yourself, your ability to discipline yourself. It starts one step at a time. It's never going full flash. Well, I am I am like the exception to that at times. I can go ahead and say, okay, look, I'm not doing it, and that's gonna be that. You know, with certain things, with majority of things in my life, right? But for most of us, we can't. We gotta do step at a time. We gotta do things in increments because we have been doing certain things for so long that it become a crutch to us that it's kind of holding us back and we don't even know it, right? We ain't thinking about 5, 10, 15 years from now when we continue to do these things and we having to choose this habit over paying certain things or uh, uh, putting our kids in certain situations or providing things for our kids for our situations. And we don't realize that that little habit, that little addiction, that little vice, right, got in the way of you being able to do certain things for your kids, doing certain things for yourself, because you start thinking about it as something that was going to cost you money, going to cost you time, going to just disrupt your life, right? It became so much of a part of your daily rituals, your daily routine that you don't even think of it as something that's actually hindering you. And that's because you have become unconscious unaware of your actions and how they're affecting your life, right? A lot of times we are the ones putting things into motion, right? Uh, for people to respond and react to us in our lives. And we just responding off that. And it's an ongoing cycle. Sometimes you gotta avoid being in situations where somebody's gonna respond to you a certain way. And you can play this out. You will know how most people are gonna respond to you when you're in certain environments for a while, when you start being able to read people, when you be able to start understanding yourself. You know what I'm saying? But getting rid of these vices, getting rid of these addictions, getting rid of how you so quick to respond, react to situations, right? Allow things to simmer, allow things to play out. Sometimes in that moment isn't the right time for you to respond to a situation. It's a time, place, you know what I'm saying? And it's a time, place, and a way things need to be said. Certain times it's not that time to react or respond to certain situations, right? But vices, addictions, you know what I'm saying? Responses, reactions, they get in the way of the overall goal. They get in the way of your overall vision. They make you have to go on detours that wasn't necessary for you to accomplish what you want to accomplish. They put you through obstacles that you shouldn't have to go through. But because we can't, sit back, analyze ourselves, get to the root cause, which is ourselves. This is us constantly making these decisions unconsciously. First they are conscious when you say, oh, I want to indulge in that because that makes me feel good, right? Then after a while, it becomes unconscious because it becomes a habit. Just like me waking up, going to the gym every morning. At first, it was a struggle, me having to get up. But now when my alarm go off, it's more so, it's my day. Let me get to it. It's the start of my day. Oh, hit the gym, boom. Come back, whatever, coffee, You know what I'm saying? Get into it. But these are habits now. These are no longer disciplines. These disciplines, the reason why they are disciplines at first is because you haven't established them in your life yet. So when you're able to get rid of the addiction, the vices, they become habit to the point where you're like, I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? Things in your life should become habitual, or they become habitual based on what you are conscious and unconscious of, what you allow to program or be programmed in your subconscious mind. But this is why you always have to have be aware of your thoughts, have that watchdog or that watchguard at your subconscious mind. Just wanted to drop this on you because it's up to us, you know what I'm saying, when we getting rid of these vices, addictions, and the way we respond. And it all started in our mind. It all start a step at a time. It started increments, you know what I'm saying? And you have to be willing to do these things because a lot of things in your life depend on it. It's becoming a time, and we always say this, man, people are struggling, people are doing this and that. But it's becoming a time where the actions you take is going to matter more than ever. And I want to see everybody standing in the power that God has given us, the Creator has given us, right? Being able to walk in confidence, being able to know that whatever you're going to do is going to play out for your good and that things are happening for you and not against you. Things are always happening for us. We got to be willing to accept that. We got to be willing to understand that our decisions, our choices, our actions, reactions are creating this reality. We got to be willing to tap in and get what the Creator has for us, the power that He's given us. I believe in you. For sure believe in myself. Let's get it. Tap in.